Hello viewers, welcome again to example 4 on the multiplication of set that I started with you in the previous videos. In the previous videos, we started learning about multiplication of set and we've done a detailed explanation on it and we solved some examples on it as well. And I hope you all understood it and you enjoyed the lesson as well. So this is a continuation to solve another example with you so that you get a perfect understanding of it. So this is example 4 as you can see from the board. So it means we've already done example 1, 2 and 3 in 3 different videos already. Okay, so this is the 4th video that I'm making on the multiplication of set. Okay, so I will advise that you do well to watch the previous videos because the previous videos lays the foundation, okay, the basic knowledge and understanding that you need about the multiplication of set. I've done all those explanations in the previous videos, so please do all to watch the previous videos so that you get the foundation that you need to be able to handle this session as well. And please don't forget to like the videos and also share them after watching. And if you are watching for the first time, please do well to follow the page as well. So let's handle the example 4 that I have on the board. So example 4, it says simplify 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. Okay, so we are being asked to simplify 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. Okay, there are different methods that you can use to simplify this one. Okay, so I'm going to show all of them to you. Okay, so that the one which you are comfortable with it, then you stick to it. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let me write my solution down and repeat the question that I have. So I have 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. Okay, we are being asked to simplify this. Okay, so now the first approach is that, I've already done a similar example with you in the previous videos. Okay, that's why I keep on encouraging you to watch the previous videos because we've done a similar example of this. Okay, so now what we have to do is that now look at the question. We have 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. Okay, now the coefficient of this root 6 is 4. Okay, let me repeat it one more time. The root 6 that we have here, its coefficient is the 4 which is here. And this root 6 that we have here as well, its coefficient is the 4 which is here. Okay, so the coefficients are going to multiply. Okay, whilst the value with the square root sign also are going to multiply. Okay, let me go over one more time. So I'm saying that the coefficient of this root 6 is 4. Okay, times the coefficient of this root 6 is also 4. Okay, so the coefficients are going to multiply. Okay, so it's going to be 4 times 4. Okay, then also the values with the square root sign, okay, are also going to multiply. So this root 6 is also going to multiply the root 6 that we have here. Okay, that's how to handle it. That's the first method that you can use to solve this. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify further. Okay, so I have 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. As I've explained, the coefficients are going to multiply. So this 4 here is going to multiply the 4 which is here. Okay, because the coefficient of this root 6 is 4 and the coefficient of this root 6 is also 4 which is here. So it's going to be 4 times 4 which is going to give me 16. Okay, times, now the values with the square root sign are also going to multiply. So this root 6 is also going to multiply this root 6. Okay, so we started with the multiplication of the coefficients, which is 4 times 4, which gives the 16 times because everything here is multiplying. Okay, so this value with the square root sign here, which is the root 6, will also multiply the root 6 which is here. Okay, so it's going to be square root of, okay, 6 times 6. Okay, I hope you agree with me up to this point. Okay, now let me go over and explain it so that you get a perfect understanding of it. So first, we did a multiplication of the coefficient, which is this 4 times the 4 which is here, which gives us 16, times this root 6 will multiply this root 6. Okay, now because this one have square root sign, this also have square root sign, for them to multiply, the values will come under one square root sign. Okay, so we did this in the previous video. So it's going to be square root of the 6 here, okay, right, it times the 6 which is here. So that's how you go about it. I hope the explanation is clear enough. Okay, let's go ahead and simplify further. Okay, so I'll repeat my 16, which is here, times square root of, I have square root of 6 times 6. And 6 times 6 gives 36. Okay, so I'm going to write square root of 36. And I hope you agree with me up to this point. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Okay, now let's go ahead and simplify further. Okay, so just repeat your 16, which is here, times square root of 36. We know the answer for square root of 36. Square root of 36 is 6. Okay, so we are going to write our 6 here. Okay, so now we have 16 times 6. 16 times 6 gives 96. I hope you agree with me. So this is the final answer for simplifying 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. If you type this whole thing on the calculator will give you a straight answer, which is 96. Okay, but this is the process that you have to go through to arrive at the answer, which is the 96. I hope the explanation is clear enough and you understood it. Okay, there's another way you can solve this. Okay, so let me show you that approach as well. Okay, so all, I'm going to write all here. Okay, then we are going to look at the other method as well. So I'm going to repeat the question. So I have 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. Okay, so now you can see that these are like terms. Okay, so you remember under the multiplication of algebraic expression, okay, when I have something like this, if I have s times s, okay, to simplify it, it's going to be s squared. Okay, we did this under the multiplication of algebraic expression. Okay, so because this and this are like terms, we can apply the same principle of this, okay, to it. This same principle, we can apply it to it. Okay, so I have 4 root 6 times 4 root 6. Okay, so having s times s, we are getting s squared. So the 4 root 6 times 4 root 6 to multiply is going to give us 4 root 6 all squared. Okay, please, I hope you agree with me up to this point. Okay, nothing difficult about it. Let me go over one more time. Okay, so under the multiplication of algebraic expression, we learned that having like terms and they are multiplying. In the case of this, I have s times s, they are like terms. So s times s, it gives s squared. Okay, so the same way, we have 4 root 6 times 4 root 6 and they are like terms. Okay, so it's going to give me 4 root 6 all squared. Okay, when we multiply them, applying this principle to it, you are going to get 4 root 6 all squared. Okay, now from here, we know that the power 2, which is here, affects everything in the bracket. Okay, again, under the algebraic expression. Okay, so let me clean this and write it. So if I have, let's say, sy all squared. Okay, to simplify this one, the power 2 affects everything in the bracket. So it's going to be s squared y squared, because the power 2 affects the s and also affects the y. So it's going to be s squared y squared. So the same process, this power 2 is going to affect the 4 and also going to affect the root 6 as well. I hope you agree with me up to this point. Okay, so now we can simplify this one further by writing it as 4 squared. Okay, I hope you are following. So 4 squared times, okay, root 6 squared. Okay, I hope you understand up to this point. We are applying the same principle here to it. Okay, the square affects everything in the bracket. So the same process, the square here will affect the 4. So 4 squared times, because the 4 and the root 6, they are multiplying, so you have to bring your times. Okay, and the square here will also affect the root 6. So root 6 into bracket to the power 2. So root 6 all squared. Okay, I hope the explanation is clear enough up to this point. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify further. Okay, now we know the 4 squared gives 16. So I'll get 16 times, now root 6 all squared. Now this power 2, which is here, will cancel the square root sign, which is here. Please, I hope you agree with me. We've done this in the previous videos. Okay, so I'll have 16 times, what I have left here is 6. Okay, because when this power 2 cancels the square root sign away, we are left with 6. Okay, let me write it to us so that you see. So we have 16 times 6. Okay, so 16 times 6 gives 96. Okay, and we are going to arrive at the same answer as this. Okay, you can see that you are getting the same answer. Okay, I hope the explanation is clear enough and you understood it. Okay, so this is how to go about it. Either you use this way or you use this way, you get the same answer, okay? And I hope you understood it. Please don't forget to like the video and also share the video as well. I'll see you again in another video whilst we solve other examples. Bye bye.